Welcome back to Just Another Melt on Just Another Melting channel. That's right, I'm just another guy who's melting aluminum cans on YouTube. This melt is part one of a three-part series where I am melting down the 4 giant tubs of crushed cans that I showed off, that I previewed in a previous video. You may be asking yourself why I'm melting in the garage and not outside where it's undoubtedly safer. And the reason is twofold. One, it was kind of drizzling outside. The rain had been off and on, and I had actually missed melting several days earlier because of the weather. So I didn't want to hold off on it. The second reason is that this was a perfect time to test whether or not I would be able to melt in my garage come winter, because we're at the start of summer right now as this video goes, but I know eventually it's going to get cold. I live in Utah, so especially where I live, it gets extremely cold, so I'm going to have to be able to melt somehow during the winter, and I thought, well, let's just do it in the garage. So there are some things that I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to take these wooden planks out that were put down by whoever lived here previously, spread some gravel out, or I don't know that I'm going to be able to pour concrete anytime soon. So it's probably going to be gravel, get it leveled out. A little bit of an inside joke from a previous video. Haha, LOL, ROTFL. Over the course of the 3 melts that make up this series, where I melted down the 4 giant tubs of crushed cans, I learned quite a bit. In fact, I learned that it's possible for me to have a good pour, which you're witnessing right now. Kind of cool, isn't it? Not spilling molten aluminum all over the place like an idiot. So I'm not going to be quenching, except for the final pour, anymore. And the reason is I found a channel called swdweeb. I'll link it in the description. But this guy basically has a lot of really informative and educational videos when it comes to casting and melting. And one of the things he talks about is how when you do a flash cooling of your metal, after pouring and getting it into its form or mold or ingot or whatever, it can change the chemical composition of the metal itself. Now, I'm not entirely sure how it works, so I'm going to be doing some more research on it. But I just thought that maybe it would be a better idea to let things cool down naturally and just do one quench to get that sweet sound. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking while you can enjoy me failing at this pour instead of doing good like I did on the first one. One of the things I always notice on other melting videos is that everybody has a muffin tin where one of the muffin molds popped out of the rest of the pan. And I've never understood how it happens until now. I guess it just got stuck in there. It was maybe the aluminum got too hot and fused with the steel a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. But I did end up remelting that entire messy splatter of aluminum, ingots and all, because it just didn't look good and I wasn't going to have that. So this is a number 6 crucible. I bought a larger crucible. It's a number 6, same as my younger brother's. And I just wanted to be able to fit more in. That's what she said again. Wanted to be able to fit more in, melt more, pour more. Get a little bit used to that. I really need to make myself some pouring tongs or a shank. I know I have some steel flat bar laying around, so I think I'll probably make a shank. But in terms of this melt, what I really felt I improved on from previous melts was I've really got my rhythm down. I started to get my rhythm down in terms of get the crucible in, get the furnace fired, start plunging, timing everything. Like I had a stopwatch going on my iPad that I was, because my phone is filming. But I had a stopwatch going on my iPad to help me time things and get it down. My lid broke, as you can see here. Bye-bye lid. So I had to improvise and use just a concrete cinder block to continue to hold the heat in while I continued to plunge. As I was saying, I was able to get my rhythm down. I was much more efficient on this melt than I have been on probably any of my other melts combined. As far as the pouring goes, I'm going to talk to you more about how you can improve pouring and how I improved my pouring on the next video, part 2. And I basically learned what I was doing wrong, again, watching swdweeb and just basically binge watching all of his videos where he talks in depth about, mistakes made and things like that. And I'm going to be doing a summary video after I get the 3rd video from this series posted. I'm really looking forward to being able to get my garage cleaned out and made safer for melting and pouring. I'm hoping to get a workbench as well, and that way I can actually do things standing up and not kneeling down like I am here. But that being said, I actually did a pretty good pour right here. Come on, give it up, give it up. Or not. All right, so lessons learned. I did start to really develop a rhythm on this melt. I was starting to get fairly efficient. However, my lid did break, so I'm going to have to cast a temporary one out of plaster of Paris and sand again. I did manage to buy a bucket of castable refractory cement, which I picked up off of from the YouTube channel Paul's Garage. I'm going to try and make a lid out of that because that stuff should last longer than the plaster of Paris and sand mix. There are some things I do need to work on though off of this melt, and I'm going to definitely get my garage cleaned out and organized better so I can melt in there on rainy days or when it starts snowing in the winter several months from now. I'll be talking more about things you can learn, and again, I'll be doing a summary video. Go check out swdweeb's channel, one of the most informative melting channels that I've found. And I hope you enjoyed the video or learned something or were entertained. Stay tuned because you're about to see me dust my mantle. Yeah, it finally happened. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm going to sign off and you can just finish up from here.